This song is about waiting on the Lord, learning to wait on the Lord. It seems like time is standing still. Right now I do not know your will. So many times I've tried to guess, but you have taught me just to rest and wait to see what you will do. Then follow where you lead me to. Your way is always better than what I could plan. I can do anything as long as you are by my side. I do not have to fear. I've tried to do it on my own, but it is always better when I wait. I can do anything as long as you are by my side. I do not have to fear. I've tried to do it on my own, but it is always better when I wait. It seems like time is standing still. Right now I do not know your will. So many times I've tried to guess, but you have taught me just to rest and wait to see what you will do. Then follow where you lead me to. Your way is always better than what I could plan. I can do anything as long as you are by my side. I do not have to fear. I've tried to do it on my own, but it is always better when I wait. I can do anything as long as you are by my side. I do not have to fear. I've tried to do it on my own, but it is always better when I wait. It seems like time is standing still. Right now, I do not know your will. So there are times when we're not hearing from God. He's radio silent. He's not telling us what to do. He's not telling us what's next. It's a time where everything seems to be standing still. And so many times I've tried to guess, but you have taught me just to rest. So there's been times when God's not speaking and I go forward in my own plan. But I've learned, sometimes by His grace, sometimes the hard way, I've learned that when He has me waiting, it's because He's giving me rest. You've taught me just to rest and wait to see what you will do, then follow where you lead me to. Your way is always better than what I could plan. But I can do anything as long as you are by my side. I do not have to fear. I've tried to do it on my own, but it is always better when I wait. When I wait on the Lord, it is always better. I've learned it. To wait on the Lord is a beautiful thing. Now tonight, the Lord was very special with me, and honestly, I was a little bit like thinking, how am I possibly going to write another 80 songs? Like, I know God wants me to, And it's not like I've got them in my head. I do not know what I'm going to write until the moment I sit down and write it. Now, thank God it only takes me about 5, 10, 15 minutes to write a song. So I'm not spending like a long time laboring over every song. Once God gives it to me, He gives it to me. And I know that. But still, the thought of like 80 more songs sounds so daunting. Like, how is this possible? You know? But He told me tonight, in a very beautiful way, made it very personal to me, that He will be with me every step of the way. He will be beside me, and He will enable me to do it. As I already know, as I've learned over the last 7 years specifically, because I've written 620 songs already now, I've learned that He's always going to bring me the next one. And sometimes I try to make a song happen, and maybe it's not the greatest song. Or I've learned there's times that I write a song and it's what God told me to write about, and I don't particularly like it. But I've learned I still write it, I put it out there, and then God will bless me with a more beautiful song next or later, because I trusted Him to do the song that I was given when I was given it, whether or not I even liked it. And I've also learned that when I first started writing songs, I've got some really good songs in the beginning, but they were like sporadic. And I wrote a lot of songs that weren't very good, but God literally has taught me from square one how to write songs. And like, they may not be what other people like, but they're my style. They're Tara originals. And I'm like 1,000 times better a songwriter now than I was when I was writing the 200s. I actually have some good songs in the high 80s, 90s, and hundreds. I've got some good gems in there. But like the 200s kind of sucked. You know, there's a couple good ones, but not really. And then the 300s were kind of eh. But when I started like 400 into the 500s I started writing some beautiful songs. There's a couple duds amongst the gems, but there's some really beautiful songs. Rough draft. Everything I do is rough draft. And that's what God told me to do. I'm obedient to Him even in that. And I've had people along the way say I should like perfect my songs. No, because God wanted me to write a musical called The Revelation of Jesus Christ, and He wants me to write 700 songs, possibly within the first 7 years. I mean, that's a pretty big thing. That'll be like pretty cool. 700 songs in about 7 years. I don't know who's done that. That's a pretty cool feat, you know? And it's not like it was me doing it. God gave me every song to some degree. The idea or the melody, or in a couple of the instances, like the entire song. He gave me the entire song, and it just flowed right out of me. Some of the Bride of Christ songs were like that. Just came right out. One shot. But yeah, I've learned to wait upon the Lord. I've learned to wait upon the Lord. And my songs are teaching songs, to teach you what I know. To teach you what I know. So the song is about waiting on the Lord. To wait on the Lord is to trust Him. To trust Him. And a long time ago, one of my earlier songs, I wrote a song called Soar on Eagle's Wings. And it's about trusting in the Lord. I mean, it's one of my early ones, but it's a good message. So I'm going to play that for you now.
Hi, it's June 5th, 2018, and this is song number 120. It's called Soar on Eagle's Wings. God bless you. How do we know what path to take? How do we know that it is right? What if there is a better way? We hear it all the time. What do we do if things get rough? If our best just ain't enough, how do we walk it out in faith when everything is falling, when it's falling? But those who trust in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on eagle's wings. They will run and not grow weary. They'll walk and not be faint. Those who trust in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on eagle's wings. They will run and not grow weary. They'll walk and not be faint. So trust in the Lord with all your heart and not your understanding. In everything you do, obey Him now, won't you? And He will fill you with His love and His Spirit from above. So in everything you do, trust Him now, won't you?